seconds remaining.
That has a very good win rate against
5 seconds
else can,
remaining.
I don't want to say never, but usually it never lands. SD both are very good here. The SD with the center very good in the lane, and the
Vision-esque style where they focus on gaining a lot of net worth. I know it sounds very
Places, people.
words from Coach Maposhka.
Thank you so much. Yes, we are here with Maposhka from Team Spirit. So good to see you again. You have been in this position many times. You have seen the TI meta develop, not your first rodeo. What's it like to be playing so late in TI where all the heroes that are good are kind of
30 seconds to battle. It's showtime.
Siendo tan sencillo, hemos visto ya defensas de high ground, defensas, perdón,
And during this tournament, we also adapt, like we play with some heroes which we are not not used to play previously. So we
Perfect.
First blood.
Но я не хочу начала сегодняшнего дня.
Connections reestablished, violence recommenced.
Disapology.
It was 8-0 and 22 then.
Exactly. It was just that first performance. Going against Nature's Lost. Through. They get gone on now. Shadow Realm will. Nice. Shoot there on the trees. Creates one just for himself. Yeah, it's an interesting question. Maybe there's a matchup against, I don't know, a Wyvern or something to that effect, or the Shadow Demon. We don't get to see Shadow Demon all too often.
Yeah, it's a really good pick here, though. I think that's one of my favorite picks of the draft. Spirit, I mean, it's not a surprising pick, so to speak. They've run it before. It's just, there's a lot of upsides to that hero in this game. Panel covered it. It's good to disrupt the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon's good with the Centaur. I think there's some, actually, it's a really good game for Demonic Atlantis. We don't get to say that all that often, but I think maybe you buy the Shard this game.
Yeah.
Invoker, Willow both hate the spells, and you have a constant spell you can put on an ally. It's really good this game. And in addition to what I talked about with the Hoodwink, I also wonder what they're seeing in the Timbersaw here. I understand the laning match with Prophet and Wyvern might be quite good, but I kind of share Winter's sentiment that this might be a little bit too greedy. You're effectively leaving the entirety of the playmaking up to a Willow and an Invoker. You know is going to go Meteor Hammer and jungle for a bit, because that's what they do literally every single game. If there were a game where you were just cross black, still not doing it. So that build is just dead. Like,
Apparently.
I can't think of a better game to do it.
Would you say it's harder execution than they don't have that? I mean, you kind of alluded to it, but they don't have the traditional initiator, right? It's just you have this Timbersaw who's frontlining, but nobody's really starting the fight necessarily.
That's my biggest issue, is doing that. So yeah, I agree. I think in terms of execution, at least it's less straightforward. As it is with Dota, though, you can kind of cover almost any weakness of any lineup through items. So as long as you get through the lanes and have a decent mid game, you can, generally speaking, probably your issues can compensate with items. But yeah, that's where the Nature's Prophet for me is going to be the big test for Liquid here. Is you need to survive. If you're not behind it at 20 or 25, I think this game can be quite stable and really good for you. And obviously, not going to question Nisha's ability to win any game on Invoker. But yeah, you need to be careful you don't get rolled.
Literally, as Laurel is playing the Pangolier, level 5 right now. Only Nisha a bit, 25-7 for Laurel, or Nisha at 18-3. I mean, I'm used to watching Invoker just lose lane.
Yeah.
Is that just any hero he wins against? And again, Laurel, very aggressive.
Boxing him in.
Dire have fortified their structure. Just
Snap comes out, just gets the last
Radiant's
hit for
middle
Nisha.
tower is
Stunning swashbuckles there. That's just a kill for Laurel. Foxy a little bit too late. He's going to get some solo XP, but my goodness. Laurel now level 6 as well, so if there's a rotation coming in, which looks like the Shadow Demon's on the way, if they can kill the Invoker again, that would be just crippling for Liquid in this mid lane.
Yeah, Larlo's going to need some resources, though. He sent out a second Clarity. The reason Nisha cold snapped him was that he had Bottle and Clarity running, and he just wanted to stop him getting more resources, but he still got enough for a last Swashbuckle. Yeah, that's okay. Invoker, pretty vulnerable in this lane, and if you need to start pulling over support to mid, that means you are not making a single move. And as a result, I think that Spirit's side lane force will both be very happy. And of course, keep an eye on Nature's Prophet, always the wild card in these mid moves. Yatoro at any point can show up behind Nisha. No point in Wex yet.
Good arrow. There's going to be any follow-up here, though. I mean, at the same time, Ace is also going to be happy on the first spot. I feel like in terms of melee heroes, the hero that loves solo experience the most. Laurel taking over the damage from Tofu. Get back under that tier 1, though. First illusion is the illusion, or first rune rather is the illusion.
Timber is definitely going to be completely A-OK up here alone. Even if he gets to play 1v2 against Wyvern Prophet, he's level 5. Should be just able to farm quite stably. You have reactive armor.
We've talked a bit about how Liquid are lacking the initiation, but can Spirit deal with it? Hold that thought a bit. You can see Yatoro TP in. This is the downside of Shadow being very, very susceptible to ganks, especially when the Nature's Prophet is in the game.
This was always going to happen. This is going to be Liquid's big challenge in the next how to put out the fires. I have a hard time seeing them getting ahead. So it's so incredibly crucial that the support some with map reads and are in the right place at the right time, because technically speaking, Spirit, if one support is missing on the map, any of the 3 lanes could be under attack. Prophet can always join. Both of their supports have decent, damage and utility. So, and at the same time, even if Liquid are there, what's the protection, right? Like, are you gonna save the Shadow Fiend there if Mirana's there? I don't think so. Are you gonna save her with Willow? I mean, maybe Willow with some good brambles can basic for mid-game, but I still think either support being there would have still been a kill. That's why Crosslegs were a thing. That would have been nice.
Quite a bit of damage. Rolling under, going back right on top of Nisha. Supports have come through. The Shadow Demon is very awkward. Does get the connection and the kill in the end. A little bit sloppy for Spirit. Oh, might pay the price. The Starstorm finishes the job for Tofu. Looking for a double kill. Will get it.
Yeah, that disruption might have actually cost them heroes. Because I think they were getting the kill regardless, but it took longer, and it gave Liquid the time to rotate in, so...
Radiant's top tower is
I want
under
to say
attack.
a rare mistake here, or not me, who has had an, I would argue, an incredibly impressive rookie year at TI so far. It's been a very welcome addition to Spirit.
First game of the day, Cinderin.
Most people didn't even know who he was when he joined the team. Like, that's pretty rare to see somebody join a tier 1 team with... I mean, generally speaking, when you do get scouted, you have some tier 2 and tier 3 experience, but he did have, but... probably in the lower...
That's a sign of a good scene if that is going to continue to happen. We want the new blood to come in.
Yeah.
We don't want people like you just sticking around a little bit too long. Escape Gaming comes to mind as Yatoro.
What is this?
Sorry, it's a little too early for the banter.
My brain doesn't work before noon.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Careful.
The prize is mine.
Apologies to the viewers in advance. Brambles right on top of Yatoro. Ace is level 7. Not me, though. Trying to turn this around. Rue makes his way over in addition. And Ace showed up big time, getting taken a swashbuckler with another rotation from Laurel. So 4 members of Spirit come over and destroy Ace in turn.
Or not getting any of the last hits on the kills. It's going to mean that he is currently tied
Radiant's
with
top tower
making
is
net worth. Or course, the grand prize here is not the Timber Saw, it is the tower.
Radiant's top
Down.
tower could literally use a hero right
Something that Winter was
now.
talking about on the panel as well. You're playing
Radiant's
into
middle
that shadow,
tower
you
may
want
be
to
gone, but
tower, and there's multiple ways
no,
of doing it. You can
it's
have
just
strike
Radiant's
summons
middle
or a
tower
non-creep.
can't
How about
take
both?
much more of this.
Got Treants and the Hellbear Smash currently working for them. It's a matter of time before Yatoro's next move will be in that bot lane, and if that's successful, you're losing a second side lane tower for sure. No shot like that if the move was successful prior.
And Collapse going for, I want to say, the EWC standard build, which is down directly into Heart. So he's going to be very, very farm this game if he's able to get that at a good time.
Lotus.
I would expect him to go for that later. And we've seen games go very long
Can
at this
someone
tournament.
stop them from destroying
That's why I'm
Radiant's
questioning
bottom
why people are not
tower?
just playing Heart Effect. And if you know it's going to delay, as long as the game's not out of control, it's playing out very even.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Not
under
bad, really.
attack.
This board can take minutes later. Once again, when you do have that Prophet, even broken out of the way, places a lot easier.
Just fine. Nisha comes over, gets the tornado. Starstorm goes to as well. Not me is definitely dead. Laurel. Be a big careful. Shadowed by Collapse on the Centaur. Does not want to fight. Opposing if we at present.
Bottom tower with a strong lead. Happy. I think so far, 11 minutes in, probably rather happy if you're Liquid. The fact that this hasn't been worse than this. Only the 4 kills. Sure, you've lost your 2 side lane towers. That was probably going to happen, but all 3 of your cores are at a very competitive net worth. Nisha being the bottom of them is maybe not the best sign, but it's Invoker. He's about to take Meteor Hammer. And, oh, I was about to say that's his next, but haha. There's another guy who wants
right.
to that.
I mean, I think the panel also mentioned, but one issue with Invoker this game is there's no real good Sunstrike setup, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you get the arrow, which they don't have really a great setup for that, it's the Bramble, yes. But
That's not the easiest.
that would have been one way to get Invoker a little bit more farm in the early stages of the game.
I'm surprised they gave the stacks to Timber, actually. I don't know if that's the right choice in this game. I think he was slated to just have a free farm time up top for quite a while regardless.
But it's Ace.
It is. He loves creeps.
Who is Ace if he does not take all the farm in the jungle as
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
always playing these thick boys? Oh no, exception to that. Presence this tier 1 mid, Nisha through the opening. Slow to start, but not going to commit to anything. Low actually. Might be rolling up here pretty soon. They're going to try to get the button right. The destruction's going to dodge basically everything. Laurel doesn't have mana right now to use the Rolling Thunder, but Nisha extremely low. Shadow Realm available for some damage onto Laurel.
Tornado timing.
Fortified their
He hits that
structures.
swashbuckle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Talking mid-swash.
Not fully committing his spirit, kind of just
Now though.
playing the tower, and yeah, we'll put it up
Radiant's
eventually.
middle tower
Kato makes his rotation over, gets the raise, arrow coming, not gonna hit, Sunstrike gonna be dodged. Laurel, just fine. And a Diffusal Blade now gonna go for the Shard Blink tag.
I was gonna say, surely Rue is gonna heal him. He's just holding on to Cold Embrace the entire time and then he heals himself. Look out for your boy, man. Laurel's low.
He took that extra piece of toast at breakfast.
Yeah, personal vendetta. I'm sure they ran out.
That was
Never been
there
to a
wasn't
breakfast where they ran out of toast? I don't think I've ever experienced it.
yeah, but remember they were at a hotel where they ran out of toilet paper, right?
Oh.
That was Spirit, and that was the year they won TI.
Yeah.
They need a little adversity to be able to get over the hump.
An
Must be
easy
the
shot.
secret.
Absolutely.
Yeah, come to think of it, I ever ran out of toilet paper in my TI appearances, so you must be right. Stats don't lie.
100% win rate. Well, we can figure out. Same time here, Cinder. Nice segue onto Ghost playing Morana.
Yeah. Speaking Speaking of toilet paper, Tofu is 0 and 2 on Mirana.
I was just thinking of the food tofu. You know? Just-
Oh. All right, smoke
Alright,
from Spirit. Yeah, nice
Thunder.
connection, and he is
Played.
already dead.
Absolutely. Very quick kill. CT's not even remotely close. Another great pickoff for Spirit. Getting a little bit of separation now. Network.
It is
Zoro
looking dire for
leading the way as
Dire's
we
top
see
tower.
on the Nature's Prophet. In terms of pacing, you still think that Liquid are happy. Obviously, the Invoker's a bit of a anomaly.
He is having a rough one. I mean, it's definitely significantly worse than it was a few minutes ago. This time they lost mid tower plus. Well, again, now up to 3 deaths. It's just like looking at the big picture of how bad I was envisioning this could go. This is in like the better half at least of potential outcomes. I think there's almost if two teams play this draft 10 times, I feel like Spirit win the early game 9 out of 10, and in maybe 3 or 4 of them they're up 5K now. So you know it could be way worse. Look at it because of how little they've bled relatively, but this is. It's not going to get immediately easier now. Now you've lost your front row of defense on the towers. Spirit are placing really good offensive boards. They have one around the enemy secret shop. They have one around the waterways down bottom, and actually one around the double coverage there with the river. So they are going to see Liquid movement. They are going to want to counter them. And Stampede, Prophet Teleportation, and obviously Pango being a beast right now. Yeah, the worst is yet to come. If Liquid can keep this at a 1K for 10 minutes, that's when the items are going to change everything. They need to weather the storm.
Squash that half health.
Always a fun hero to play support against Pango. Half just spells don't work
Unless you're Bane.
and yeah, well, of course. Like it.
We're gonna go through the gate. SF is target.
They might have seen him go right before the ward expired. I think they definitely did.
Okay, he is running in the correct direction. Scan it out. He missed on his scan at least. Continue on.
I think this hero front camps really fast so he can get out in
He does,
time.
and they're gonna see that these creeps recently perished.
Seeds of
To the north now. So close, and now he's within safety of the tier 2 tower. Not me, his smoke breaks, so now the Tofu in the straight line. He's spotted here. The rolling thunder from Laurel. Not even connection. Actually, Tofu's corrupt. He's dead, the Shadow Demon. Liquid, very fortunate.
That is just such
Like a half-second difference between winning the SF and not.
It's such a good read from Mickey to not go to the mud roll-up on the left as part of his farming rotation, but realizing, okay, they've been missing for just long enough that this is a real... There's a very high probability that I am getting ganked if it goes north to the other camp. The game.
We gotta stay on the move.
Very nasty situation.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Cut off the tornado. Good vision. Bramble's right on top. He has his shard apparently. Thought the shield crash as well, but he still blows up regardless. Very nicely done. Obviously knowing that the Rolling Thunder was down. Just roll up.
Space to Nisha, who desperately needs it. Finding some recovery.
Dire's middle tower could fall soon.
Blink Dagger picks up
Dire's
the brew.
structures
Back.
are fortified.
Decent timing. Sitting at 19 minutes. This is a rather difficult Wyvern game, I would say. You have one hero who wants to first next to the Shadow King. It's the only one who's going to kill anyone. The enemy heroes.
Bit of trouble. Bedlam doing a good amount of damage. Disruption into the Sunstrike as Ace comes in to finish the job. Move back to the classic. There's Ace now. To the brunt of the damage from Spirit. Drained of his mana. Killed off. A great turn of events for Spirit. Losing a support for the off-road carry. And yeah, Tofu looks to be next on the list. Toro with a double kill on the Nature's Prophet.
All day.
Oh yeah. Good protein.
It's now or
Oh,
never
as I was saying, yeah,
for
for Wyvern,
middle tower.
the challenge in this game is that Cold Embrace is just really bad, right? Timbersaw is one of the nightmare matchups for that. All of his damage is
Dire's
pure.
middle tower
Invoker
is
is a
under
nightmare
attack.
matchup. All of his damage is Magic, Willow, Mirana. Shadow Fiend as a carry is even mixed because he can go for the raises. But Cold Embrace can just be exceptionally difficult to use, and the Curse is hard because Liquid's lineup apparently doesn't really stack on top of each other. It's 4 range heroes plus a Keeper jumping around. The Rue, I think is core. Rather than try to glimmer force, I find myself almost always loving the dagger. It'll be very impressive if finds high impact plays with anything except maybe 20. Keep your eyes on that. Tormentor will steer it. Brace upgrade. That monologue.
Damage aspect of this, is it just icing? How often is it useful? You have to, it feels like it's, usually you're not going to get anything out of it when you're using Cold Embrace to save. It feels like, especially with so much magic with your damage on Liquid.
Yeah, a lot of the time when you get Cold Embrace, you reset after, right? It's to buy time in order
Radiant's
to
middle tower is about
get
to
out,
become
and then maybe
Radiant's
we'll make
demolish tower.
Yeah, I think it's operationally good.
Not going to be oh, that's not Ace in a bit of trouble. Moonlight Shadow on him. They have to dig in. They have still Toro there in numbers.
Yeah, that number's 1.
Plus this free
Spirit.
yeah.
Yep, got it.
I mean, Yatoro is such a huge
Radiant's
personality.
top
from their
tower is
DPC
under
there in
attack.
numbers.
He has a split personality.
Dire's
We've got-
middle tower is
we've
under
got
attack.
good and bad Yatoro showing up to this gang.
No, that's not true. He's different hair. Yatoro. That's his personality. He's all natural. We have
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That. The damage.
spotted. Right clicks from
Dead.
Nick. My goodness, the alacrity just going ham. And just like that,
Radiant's
Spirit has to
top
abandon
tower
the Roshan Hammer.
This is pretty awesome. 40 seconds on Centaur. Then Rose's team started. They can actually go for
Dire's
themselves.
bottom tower is in danger.
Instead, though, on the prowl for Laurel. Nice sidestep. Not gonna get hit by that tornado.
Collapse gets a
Dire's
soul ring.
bottom
Is that
tower is
literally
under
just
attack.
EMP?
I think that's a very big part of it, if not the entire reason, yeah.
I can't remember the last time I've seen that on
Yeah.
Centaur.
That's true. I mean, there's a lot of strength offlaners that you wouldn't necessarily think would buy it, but it's just, there's so much farming in Dota that you value. But Centaur specifically doesn't need mana to farm, so it has to be an EMP. How much mana does it
The math.
How did he even see that? Invoker's a little bit special. You can't just ask to see the spell.
Check it real quick.
I don't. So Centaur's current mana pool is at 765.
I mean, that's the issue with mana pool in general.
If he gets EMP, he can't use Stampede and Stomp.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Range
under
around
attack.
400.
I guess 500 when he's back.
Got his shard now, so it's the arm by walking.
Very nice.
Favorite.
Congratulations. I shot an Invoker. Or RGC would say if it were here.
Daedalus now online for Yatoro, so still keeping up that net worth, has a 3K separation between him and Mick. I mean, current nation stuff, how much do you want to be up versus the, I guess that's
I think this is kind of par for the course.
I like how this one feels.
Maybe this is slightly better than expectation. Well, if you ignore the
Dire's top
surroundings,
tower is under attack.
let's say both heroes just get to have a great time, which they often do because they're safe laners. Good for you. Yeah, this is probably roughly expected in this patch. We've seen from other teams in the tournament. Obviously, we're going to be comparing them to the elite levels. Let's compare the potential of Shadow Fiend as well as Nature's Prophet.
Seeds of
How well has Satanic done? Then I think this is probably maybe a little under for SF and on par for Prophet. Kind of checks out with how the game has gone. Prophet, that's a good
very nice start.
Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder. Able to get place at the last moment, though. Still inside that Rolling Thunder. Ace of BKB. Mickey looking for the weapon. Gets it off. They're trying to TP out. Taking the right click damage. He's barely going to survive. Mickey with a 10% HP. Able to get back in time. They're going to lose 3 overall, though, so the fight still goes the way of the Spirit. Now they are in a decent amount of control, which means Roche should be on the table.
But it's Hipru. That was perfect. He finds a 3-man first on Miranda with Shadow on one of the attackers, and Cold Embrace on the Pango, who was in absolute peril against Shadow.
Destroyed that bottom tower while it lasted.
Spells that were not apparently obviously going to get perfect moments for both. And now their grand prize will probably be Roche, I would imagine.
Full HP, but you see Liquid not remotely close to this right now. So and assume that Yatoro is doing the same for himself. Getting close to finishing his Aghanim set for about 200
is under attack. Roshan's down. As in fall, not depressed.
We saw the BKB for Nisha, and it's going to be an Octarine core next. For Ace, Shivas, so you're going to see a lot of larger spells coming out of these cores pretty soon. And Mickey, of course,
Dyer's top tower is now just a
hybrid
stupid, bitter memory.
I think it's always a hybrid build if you have Yashikaya, right? Like if you want to commit fully in the right click direction, this is a skippable item. So, it's hybrid, but it definitely is hybrid if you go blink. Then you're not even playing it the right click fully after the Yashikaya.
You think they'll have enough physical damage?
No.
Carl, right on top of Tofu again.
Radiant's middle tower can't take much more of this. It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, the map is in control of Spirit now. 8K lead.
Being down against
Radiant's middle tower is about to become Radiant's demolished. Radiant's middle tower has
Oh yeah, okay. Well, if we want to remember the worst part of every hero, then that one was definitely Prophet.
Yep, I would attest to that. Fine through, but I think this might be the other way around. Has to use BKB because Yatoro has shown a Laurel as well. It's up the Timber Chain to the low ground and attempts to get TP, but the curse cancels it out. Again, the high ground that is Wackerty. That's the stop through, but he survives. Laurel does take out Ace in the end, and now Mickey on the run. Definitely Flash to hold Yatoro at bay. Remember, he does have the Aegis. First round, off the pop. Cold Embrace, and he does get taken out, so that's life number 1, but Mickey taking a ton of damage from Laurel. Now he has backups of his teammates. The swashbuckle in the end for Laurel gives him enough space to get away. Laurel going in really deep to kill off the SF. Some balls on that young man. 2-4 set for Liquid was definitely not expecting that.
Classic Giga Chat. Be under the enemy tower to kill the Kara and just walk it off.
Insane.
I mean, he kept track of the abilities. There was nothing left. There's nothing countering your BKB in this game. If you just BKB on Prophet, you know Shadowfiend doesn't have reason to fight back. What's going to stop?
Radiant is
no
giving a
BKB
shiny
on.
example
There's no
of
inherent save for the guy you're going on, so yeah,
Radiant's
why not
top
just dive
tower
him?
could be literally use the hero right
Wave.
now.
Time is back not goes the way of Spirit. No longer with the Aegis, though. See the Hydra's breath on Yatoro as well now.
I can't believe Nathan Prophet gets to be 8 picks in the draft. It's actually just mind-blowing.
We've been talking about this hero the entire tournament.
It's so good, and it's against Mickey, who's also incredibly skilled at this hero. They rated Shadowfiend higher. I don't mind that. If you think it's better, I think they're like on par. But then the fact that they didn't ban this going into the second phase, you've seen Yatoro, you've seen Satanic, you know Mickey himself, how good this hero is. I don't know. I don't think you let this hero through in the second phase for any of
Radiant's
the
courier just got
schemes.
killed.
It's just too good for me.
Painful.
Or showcasing it here. 525 CS at 30 minutes.
How does that compare to Satanic, would you say?
Maybe a Toro
getting
watching
towards
some
there.
replays. Must be weird being the guy everybody learns from for like 3 years, and now maybe there's somebody.
Dyer's
who's learned.
bottom tower is under
Mechanic
attack.
at around this stage of the game had about 900 something PPM. So
I thought you were going to say
Dyer's
CS, and I was
bottom tower
like,
has been
sure, buddy.
denied.
maybe if there was a
That's for the
playing
next
against,
patch. Shannon.
playing
That's
against Enigma and who else?
Broodmother.
Mother.
I have intel. The next patch, the map is even bigger. We'll have 4 lanes, and yeah, Prophet teleport starting without a cooldown at the beginning.
Oh, that's nice.
And maybe 900 CS would be obtainable. Meteor, wipe out this bottom wave. I mean, you're just playing for time here on Liquid, hoping that you can get to some point of critical mass. If you do go late enough, I think it's doing really well.
Forces out the rolling thunder. Didn't have any vision there, but the smoke popped. They just boom.
Yeah.
Ended up being a waste of Spirit. That 13K lead, pretty comfortable at the moment. And of course, as usual, we need to talk about high ground defense. They have an Invoker. That is. Is there a better hero in the game than Invoker for high ground defense?
If I had to pick one, it's him.
Have that axe with tornadoes?
The Twisters, yeah.
But usually people go, well, it depends, I guess, on the game.
People don't really buy Ag.
That's true. Ags is, if you have a really good Cataclysm setup,
Yeah.
they do not, then maybe. But yeah. It seems this shard, this current shard on him, has overtaken Ags. He used to get the tornadoes. Off the BKB, Yatoro's there, though. The right clicks are just fearsome, and Nisha falls to the ground. Buys the Octarine in time, but still another death to his name, 60 seconds.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out, Yatoro's actual net worth to damage ratio here is insane because he has bypassed Pike. An item you almost always see Prophet's high because they need mobility, but Hydra's breath.
Wow, they already have every shard? Really?
Yeah.
At 32 minutes?
Yeah, so Shadow
Who
Demon
bought it?
So Shadow Demon did buy it. But I have to see. It's incredibly good, this game. The first one they found went to Wyvern, right?
Yeah, that's
and
the
that's
only
the
one.
I would suggest not buying, so it checks out. We could have not bought the Prophet one, I guess, but
Hey, he's got enough.
this is never an issue with Prophet.
I mean, you talked about how it might be more valuable to get the gold anyway. We have 1 card left.
Yeah, if your Prophet is,
He's farming so well anyway.
yeah, you're effectively giving gold to your teammates by buying your card.
Has that 25 talent. It actually takes the remove teleportation. Oh, seeing the other one. Arrow will dodge.
Very close.
Right in, Blue taking a huge burst damage. Stuck inside the brambles. Has to use the curse to die shortly after. Right click now onto collapse. Big A. Meanwhile, injured Prophet right clicking Ace. Able to get the BKB up and trying to retreat with the Timber Chain. Happens to as well. Collapse no longer has the Stampede as the Ice Wall will block them off. But he still gets the blink into the hoof stop. That is a lot of damage on Nisha. Has to use the BKB with such a small amount of HP inside the pit, attempting the TP is fine. Heavy toss. Gonna lose blocks as well. A bunch of BKBs down for Liquid.
Keep in mind, that fight started with a free kill on the Wyvern. Actually, a fight before afterwards, Liquid still cannot come out on top of a single fight this game. The rich get richer. Yatoro now almost has a butterfly, so it's time to replace an item. I'm guessing you just get rid of your treads already.
Interesting, because I know that Mickey is going for Fatalist now, but I wouldn't keep hitting tomorrow. Collapse. Not able to find the hook stomp in time. Yeah, we'll be going for butterfly to that evasion, so we'll see if Mickey chooses to go for the MKB at some point. So without him right clicking, I guess Alacrity is what he's really banking on.
Yeah, that is an X factor for the game for sure. Joker is. But
nobody
not
else
take
is
the
right
Alacrity talent though.
Yeah, so Butterfly just sounds like a hard counter to this best app. Fury, the only one that can be right.
I think this is in Oro's career. One of the things that impressed me the most about him is plenty of games he's not been afraid of doing something outside of the norm. Not that this in particular is anymore, but just has always had a very good understanding of what he needs to achieve with every item purchase. And I've said this many times on casts before, I find itemizing on hard carries really difficult. With all the options you have and with all the problems that different players have, having that reference one high, even at the elite level, you see players make, I would say, clear mistakes with what items to buy. But it's very rare. It's like this Toro did not do the right thing. Except for teleport.
Oh boy, Arrow not going to be there because of the BKB. Gonna lack Tofu of all heroes. Carl, for connection. They're inside that Moonlight Shadow, though they actually do find Nisha in the end, and he just gets destroyed by the Stampede. Toro gets the last right click. And again, Invoker down and out. Can Liquid fight without him? I don't think so.
I was talking about it there. Toro's itemization, having BKB this game, genius.
Yeah,
just absolutely
really unusual.
Stellar itemization to have BKB for a situation like that. All right.
Now Roach number 2. The Belch comes out. This will be a freebie.
Another great item for your Toro here. The Gates Immortal.
Choice for your Toro.
Performance starts
Glazing him today. Huh?
God, I love
So
money.
he's going for Ags next. I mean, you're at the point now where you're just whole bunch of territory.
Get rooted. Foxy trying to scare the big bad Toro, but obviously that age is not gonna fight at all.
Well, hello.
TP's right into the Timbersaw. Will have to force his BKB TP himself.
And then he teleports somewhere else.
That's right.
Get mana at base, and then he's going to teleport bottom and start
Radiant's middle tower
Be
is
back.
under attack.
Double Siege Wagon for Spirit. Plenty of time on his Aegis. Stop onto Tofu. The roller coming from Mars. Bringing good amount of space. First only on the one, though. These will get up BKB. There's hope for the Requiem play. Not doing very does a decent amount of damage, but he ends up dying for it. Not Lee gets the kill. It's going to be a trade for Collapse, though. As Spirit trying to do a soft reset that moves their support now. Eric's still up and running. Yatoro gets flipped by the arrow and the tornado. Is this life number 1? Nice force step, and the load is coming out from Rue. Looks help Toro survive as see Tofu now. Pesky Spirit players out of their base. So far, success dying. Tofu is dropping quite low. 4 health, all right. Will survive. Foxy very deep in the midst of this. Rue attempting to get away. Looks like Yatoro will be just fine, but Marl not so much. Bramble after Bramble. Out of mana now. Gets off the blink at the last moment. He's actually going to get out. It looks like it. Yatoro came back, apparently, just to beat TP in their face. He creates enough space for the Pango to get away.
I can't believe that worked for Big Game. That's so insane. He's offensively piped in Requiem, and somehow they actually hold him. I was about to say, this is not 50-50. All right, well, step number 1. This is, unfortunately for Liquid, this happened so fast after the Aegis pickup that Spirit definitely have a second attempt in them for this bottom lane.
Yep. And they had the banner the whole time, too. I'm a little surprised they didn't use it there. But we'll have it for this second attempt.
Yatoro probably shouldn't be the one holding that banner. A little bit of inventory management issues. Should offload this, outsource the banner to a teammate.
Oh, they have a shield rune as well. Consumes the Aghanim Scepter and is going for Moonshard next. Does not have buyback, but not worried about that with that. Foxy, we run into. Rolling under, looking for connection. Ace gets off the Timber Chain with the PK. We get Toro joining the party as well. They get the mash though. Right click will come. Nice tornado. Toro at bay, but Nisha gives away his position. Attempting to go away, but no. He gets hurt in the TP, and Laurel's going to be there to finish the job.
No buy.
No buyback, 80 seconds, and this is 5 versus 4. That's not even including the Aegis.
Right, no buy means bye-bye. Really, really difficult now. Holding without the primary high ground defender for a full minute. And all 3 lanes are pushing in with a Native Prophet and a banner. Good luck.
to every lane, push them out. Now the pressure is on Liquid. Tier 3 tower. Gunzo. Roachman are still up and running. At least set, if not more, balls. You can watch up the low ground. No, not the 40 seconds for Invoker. It's going to be 2 sets. They get a lot of damage in that bot side. Sweep around. And then on the Aegis.
Middle barracks have fallen.
The top side, so wants to go for the building that is full HP, it seems. Gone on by Ace. Good amount of damage. Gets that Satanic. Getting it. There is a respectable amount of HP. Whirling Thunder, not nearly enough. And Ace will take a tumble, and he does not have buyback. So now that Nisha's coming up, the rest of his teammates aren't even alive, and this might just end up being Mega Creeps now as a result. Why they didn't wait? Either way, Spirit firm control of this game now. That is the second set in their favor. Mickey for a cheeky spot to get this Requiem off. On cooldown for 5 seconds. Jataro looking for the full Megas in favor of Spirit, and he'll get it.
They're really going after
32k lead for Spirit in game number 1. Looking extremely sharp.
Want to see how this
Jataro's
goes out.
Jataro's out there. 1100. Wow. That's
Pretty good.
Is that a top 3 of the event? It's a pretty nutty profit. This is definitely up there.
Strikes a lot of damage to Lar. Will get the roll up. And gets cleansed as well and goes inside of the cart, which is going to be brought back into Nisha's face. Apparently gets up to the goal. Now Lar, Precarious Fox will die. Will drop the gem as well. They kill off Foxy though in turn, and Drew getting saved the last hole by the destruction. Jataro, he just fountain farming at this point. 20 seconds for Ace to come back. Double buyback on the Liquid. Arrow shot.
Arrow.
Arrow though. Do they have the right arm? They do. The right side damage coming through. Big Ace going to get the kill. Lack of it. Be able to get the kill now onto the center. All likelihood that's a death Requiem though for the Shadow Fiend. Does have the buyback if needed, but this is enough dead for Spirit that Liquid should be able to hold on here. As Collapse attempting to TP out, very ambitious. Will be falling to the burst damage of Ace, so Liquid technically hold on.
You must have kept really good track of Invoker's spell cycling to think you could TP there. Oh, that's funny. Well, Liquid, they do hold. They find the first kill of the game onto Yataro's Prophet, 8-1 and 15. It's an arrow that does him in, and I think Shadow Demon could not disrupt because of the immediate follow of Requiem. I'm going to see the replay here. So Laurel they're just a bit out of position, right? Another great curse from Rue here is just going to kill the Mirana, and they want to follow up.
That's the problem, right?
Yeah, so now he doesn't have it. Yataro wanted to follow up on Collapse's Stomp. They were hoping to kill Shadow Fiend. Didn't happen. And this arrow and this Requiem really nicely choreographed by Liquid.
For Dire's middle tower. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So close to surviving.
It would appear Dire have fortified their structure.
Well, they do as much damage to buildings as they can while these heroes are dead, but unfortunately,
Radiant's middle tower is under
still
attack.
against Mega Creeps. This is a slow
Dire's middle
push.
tower is
Gonna
under
get
attack.
25 on Timber for this, so that's a bit of an upgrade.
I think they always look good.
SF is 25.
Remember, this is Elimination Series. Yeah, Tofu's close to that Aghanim Scepter now. 100 away. Help the push. Still, Mega Creep comebacks are few and far between. Normally we see it when it's Megas versus Megas. That's the Mega Creep comeback.
I thought you were going to say normally we see it when it's Megas versus Liquid, because that's the one time it happened this tournament. I believe they were the first team to lose against Megas in the last 3 years in PI.
3 years, really?
If I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
That's obviously a great stat to have for Liquid. Feels really good.
I mean, what do you talk about here?
I think you need to strategize how you get on Shadow Demon. Find a way to envision a way of setting up a fight that you can somehow take it on your terms to kill the support. Going on Yatoro first is just not going to work. He's way too tanky. He has way too good coverage between the two different Heart and Lead, all of that. And that's where, at this point in the game, it would feel really, really nice to have like a Blink X, just be able to start the fight. Nobody has it though. You You don't have a Blink Guardian Sun. You don't have an immediate, obvious hero to the front line with except Timber, who Spirit largely in this game kind of been able to pretend he's
Yeah, that's
Ace just
pretty
hasn't
accurate.
really,
Actually, yeah.
he hasn't really been able to do all that much. So, yeah, Misha is going to be the one trying to fulfill that task here. He has the gold for the Hex now, would come at the expense of having buyback.
There's a chance, Liquid fans. Tactically speaking, it's a great Ace Ventura.
That 1% is because of Liquid Yandic.
Actually, no, that was Dumb and Dumber. Sorry about that, Thurin. Now you're big.
Gang of Yandic's Dumb and Dumber?
No, no.
Baltimore. Dumb and Dumber is you and me. Guess who you are?
Dumber. 28k lead here for Spirit. I assume that they kind of chill a bit. They wait for these buybacks. So they wait, farm up those buybacks. They haven't really used them, and then finish the job. And for Liquid, I cannot see a scenario where they come back here and they give up road.
No.
Do you agree with that?
I would agree.
But it's so difficult to base one game. I don't even know how you can test road.
Yeah, the issue is I also can't see a scenario where they win the Roche fights. It's a little bit tricky right now that both enemy supports have Eon Discs. That was the thing I was talking about. They need to get on the supports to kill them. Well, they can't. They don't have a purge either. So
What if they bring all their couriers to the Roche pit and try to hide them and go for the items?
I like it.
You don't need your couriers.
Data.
Something.
But yeah, leaving your base. I mean, Mega against Prophet. I've never seen that hero lose. It's like the worst hero in Dota to play against.
He'll be back after a brief intermission.
Non-stop push. It used to be
Worse though, remember.
It could be worse. It could be worse, yes. Good old Talon
Alright,
was
well.
Ironwood Tree.
Oh yeah, everyone's favorite.
Oh man.
The Spirit have Aegis, Cheese, Refresher Start on the Tango, and Roche Banner again. And Roche Banner at this stage of the game starts to get really scary, especially with the Mega Creep. They're relatively far away. The damage that these Mega Creeps take, not much. Laura leading the way, going for the tier 4. Laura opens it up with the Rolling Thunder, finding a couple connections. Okay. Not using the BKB, blinks out instead. Meteor coming down. He's only getting pretty low, looking for the card connection. Getting into something instead, but the arrow's going to keep the Centaur in place. Zoro wants to preserve his life number 1, but he gets bursted down by Ace. So Aegis is down and out. Nice start for Liquid. Requiem comes in, putting Yatoro in a precarious spot. Has to pop the BKB with the Satanic as well, but Mickey will fall. Now the right click on the Nisha. Not quite enough. Trying to get away. Good arrow. Arrowed again. The destruction is safe. There's the curse coming out of the meantime. Getting 3 members stuck. Yatoro still stuck with very little HP. Finally will fall. Does have the buyback. Now he can take back into the fight as well. Ace extremely low himself. Has the temper change back to the fountain. And now the Ancient fully exposed and the tier 4s are out. See if Yatoro wants to expend the buyback or not. Roche Banner still up. Feels like the time to use it. Gonna get the hook stun connection onto the Timber Saw though to start this out. Still Yatoro not using that. I actually had the complete lockdown on this Timber Saw. He just gets bursted down to the ground. Still, Yatoro available to come if he wants. The buyback now onto Ace. Trying to reset for Spirit. Chain onto Laurel. Dodge the tornado. Gets the bash off the shield crash on the Mickey. Attempting to get out. Does blink away safely. Not me, not going to be so lucky. And there's the buyback now from Yatoro. He's going for the throw straight up. He can actually go for the fight. Looks like he's coming for the fight. Is Ace. This will be a huge kill because this would be a dieback onto the Timber Saw. Nowhere to go. Hook stomp and dead for 2 full minutes on this board. That's 2 dead in fact for Liquid with no way to get back in the game. Arrow going to be dodged by Laurel. Might have to reset a bit for Spirit. They can use Creep to their advantage. Yatoro back into the fray though. Right-clicking now the Ancient. The hook stomp onto Mickey. Time is running out. The deafening blast coming in. Yatoro continuing to go for the buildings now as he should be able to finish this himself. There's the Curse of Last Bones. Finally, fortification comes out for Liquid. Yatoro left to his own devices. Mickey comes in with 1 last Requiem. A good attempt, but it's not going to be enough as he will fall to the ground and Spirit surely will be able to take game number 1, and they do. GG's are called. Entertaining game against But with these two teams, it feels like every time we watch these teams, they certainly deliver in the entertainment factor.
Absolutely. And if you're a stats enjoyer out there, just to give you the conclusion, Yatoro ends the game with 1,121.
Oh.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Тролли теперь очень... герои, которые... О, значит, то все, что
The drama of battle.
этого было, оно не важно. Я вот
Есть без негатива.
Я хотел сказать, что ТБ — это хороший герой в Ликана, да, потому что Ликан — это все физика, у Терблейда много армора, Тиника ты всегда, когда покупаешь Скади, потом перебьешь, да, Тиник очень не любит Скади, но у Тини играет в доту гораздо раньше, чем Терблейд. И если Микки хорошо поставит свою линию, он должен свою линию хорошо поставить, он уже First Blood сделал, у него уже шикарный старт, то он купит Блинк, он купит Shadow Blade, а Терблейд все это время будет бить крипов. И Терблейду здесь некому помочь, некому поспейсить. Кто ему будет спейсить? Лина? Кентавр? Это тоже герои, которые хотят АФК фармить. Поэтому я, хоть и фанат Спири тоже, как и все мы, но я думаю, что это будет очень тяжелая игра для команды Spirit. Только чудо их спасет здесь.
Ничего себе, только чудо. Ну, у нас есть одно чудо.
Да, его зовут Илья.
И нормально.
Он может что-то исполнить.
Может, согласен.
В Топкин. Ты... Ну даем